The Detroit Lions look to rebound against the Washington Commander squad that's struggling. I'm John Macaroon, Detroit Lions on SI. Prior to the game, this would have been billed as a revenge game. The Commanders unfortunately ended the Lions 2024 season, coming to Ford Field and upsetting the Detroit Lions when they were the number one seed. It was a game in which many felt like the Lions really, even though they were dealing with a myriad of injuries, they did lose cornerback Amik Robertson. Many felt like the Lions should have handled the Commanders, an inexperienced team, and they were led by a young quarterback in Jaden Daniels. Unfortunately, the game kind of lost a little bit of its luster with the injury to Jaden Daniels, dislocated his elbow and his non-throwing arm in a game that the Commanders were getting blown out. You do feel for Dan Quinn, a coach that really did feel bad that maybe a mistake was made. Most people indicated that in a game like that, Jaden Daniels should not have been in the contest. But for the Detroit Lions, they're looking to rebound. They're looking to get back, get right. They sit with a record of 5-3. And many really indicate that it's just one of those deals where the Lions are still a good football team, but they're not playing up to the standard. Things are, a little bit concerning with the offense in terms of some of the inefficiencies. The offensive line really hasn't played well. Jared Goff is on pace to be sacked the most times in his career throughout a season. So a lot of things for the Lions to correct. Now, you look at the Washington side, and they're dealing with a lot of injuries, and you recognize that it's a team that has not had the same level of success coming off of their playoff run last year. Dan Quinn is still notable for the way in which his defense is performing. It's going to be key to limit Marcus Mariota, but some of the key offensive weapons for the Commanders are not going to be suiting up. So for the Detroit Lions, it's going to be an opportunity to go out to Washington and to get their sixth victory. The keys are going to be really simple: to get back to running the football effectively, getting back to forcing turnovers. Against the Vikings, the Lions made a lot of unforced errors, and we're also turning the football over. So for the Lions and Dan Campbell's squad, this should be a game in which you go out to Washington, you handle business against a battered team. It's an offense with the Commanders that's led by Marcus Mariota that you're not going to expect to be all that explosive, but they are going to have opportunities to run the football as they do with a young running back that has really played well and runs hard. But for the Detroit Lions, it's going to be all about protecting Jared Goff, getting back to stout offensive play, and making sure the defense makes sure that they get and play and perform up to their standard, including if there's some sudden change drives, if something happens unexpectedly, the defense is still expected to step up. So I expect the Detroit Lions to execute and play at a high level and to return to Detroit with a 6-3 record after a Week 10 NFL victory.